The spin to that response can also be that 64 splits have happened also because 64 splits have happened also because the Congress is controlled by the Gandhis, and all those leaders who felt that they can get and create a niche for themselves walked out. Look at what Sharad Pawar has done. There is also Mamata Banerjee. We have Neerja now.
64 also includes a split of 69. It was not because of Gandhi's. It was a split of 77. Not because of Gandhi.
Time
you have to
in
put
over
it
24 years,
it cannot be factually wrong.
Someone from outside the Gandhi family is likely to be the party chief. For 24 years now, a member of the Gandhi family has been Congress president. The last person from outside the Gandhi family who was elected to the top post was Sitaram Kesari, who held the position for just 2 years from 1996 to 1998. My question is, Shashi Tharoor versus Ashok Gehlot. This is a very interesting contest, certainly. But who will the Congress party really accept? Will that diktat come from the top that, you know, it is Ashok Gehlot? We have decided that he will be the man.
I think, you know, the significant part of the Congress president being the contest, as you say, is that, as you say, an election is taking place for 2 years now. There has been a demand from the party, G23 people, let there be a full-time president, let there be an election, let there be election to the Congress bodies like the Congress Working Committee. Now, the election is not perfect at all. We know how parties are structured. But despite all the imperfections, an election is going to take place, and that is a welcome thing happening. The second welcome thing is that 2 non-Gandhis are going to be contested. Now, if you want to know my view, if Gehlot stands, he will win hands down. Because that's the way the Congress party is structured, and the High Command really has zeroed in on him. It's a sort of virtual consensus from within the party. Now, to say whether he will have a free hand or not, or will he be a rubber stamp, I don't think he's going to be one of Rahul's boys that we have seen in the last 2.5 years. I won't name them, we know. He's going to be much more than that. Rahul Gandhi and the Gandhi family will look to him for advice because he is seasoned. He's got huge experience as chief minister, as a party functionary. He knows India, he knows the Congress system, he's OBC, he's connected with the ground. I mean, he's what we call a real old school Congress ghag, using that Hindi word.
And dyed-in-the-wool Congress leader. Someone who is an excellent organizer and has long-standing relationships with India Inc. as well to get critical funds for the party. So I think that is what is needed at this point for the Congress party, which is, you know, the resources, as they say, for 2024 polls.
I think one other thing, he has the confidence of the Gandhi family, and the Gandhi family is a factor in the Congress affairs. You know, today if you look at Narendra Modi's BJP, Narendra Modi is a factor. He is the head of government, he is the head of party, he is even the head of the RSS network. He is popular with, you know, at all levels. So can you imagine anybody in the BJP doing something that Narendra Modi disagrees with? That's the way the party is today structured. So you've got to take these practical realities into account. And I think his main task will be to revitalize the party organization, which is a painstaking work at his age. He's 71, and that is the task he's called out to do.
Okay, Sanju wants to make a point. Sanju, please come in. Yes.
You know, opposition parties, to see how the entire opposition can come together for 2024. Better place to pick up the phone and speak to any of the opposition leaders.
And Ashok Gehlot can do that because of his long stint in politics, certainly. Yes. Yes, Sanju.
You know, Marya, I stand corrected. Ashok Gehlot is 71, not close to being an octogenarian at this point in time. You know, the moot point is this, that I said it's a Hobson's choice because Shashi Tharoor, we know, has been a part of the G23. He's been a dissenter. Neerja made some very pertinent points. Ashok Gehlot is considered, you know, a dyed-in-the-wool career Congress person. And I think, you know, the futility of the entire process is borne out by the fact that while Ashok Gehlot, for all practical purposes, may walk away with the crown, what about the various PCC heads of various states like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Jharkhand, Tamil Nadu, who said that, we want Rahul Gandhi. So dissent has already started from the word go, even before the nomination papers have been filed by either Gehlot or by Shashi Tharoor. And the more important point is this, because, Mr. Sappal made many comments about BJP. I just want to say one thing to him. Before JP Nadda, it was Amit Shah. Before Amit Shah, it was Rajnath Singh. Before Rajnath Singh, it was Nitin Gadkari. Before Nitin Gadkari, it was again Rajnath Singh. Before Rajnath Singh's first term, it was LK Advani. I'm sure nobody knows who will be the BJP party president after JP Nadda's term expires, or whether he will get a second term. But since 1998, barring that brief period in 2017, Sonia Gandhi has been the de facto head. What does this tell you? This tells you that basically the dynasty still calls the shots. And the 9,000 odd delegates who will choose the next Congress president are all Sonia Gandhi loyalists.
And one of the states to pass that resolution that Rahul Gandhi should be made the Congress president is Ashok Gehlot's Rajasthan. Gurdeep Sappal, and of course, reluctance has almost been made as a virtue by the Congress leadership. I mean, he also in public posturing has been reluctant. He doesn't want to take the role of the Congress president. I can see Rashid laughing and I'll give him the final words. But before that, Gurdeep, it's an interesting contest, and one would say also a fairly democratic contest also that's going to happen between Shashi Tharoor and Ashok Gehlot. But don't you think, my question remains, that his position will be undermined if somebody like a Rahul Gandhi has the spotlight on him during the yatra? Or will Mr. Gehlot be going where Rahul Gandhi is and joining the yatra?
Marya, I will respond to it in a different manner. You have heard that old Panchtantra Kahani where 5 blind people touch various parts of elephant and describe it differently. That's how you are seeing and BJP is seeing this entire process and trying to project it. The fact is that it's a comprehensive challenge that Congress has undertaken. We are reaffirming our ideological position vis-a-vis RSS position. These are two different visions of India, and Congress party is reaffirming its position.
What is your vision?
You've
stopped winning elections.
Let me complete. We are.
What are you going to do with your moral victory?
We are going to people. Please, I did not interrupt you. Sanju, I did not interrupt you. We are going to
Sanju, he was patiently listening while you were speaking.
We are raising the issues of people. And see, we are working on our organization. These are 3 aspects that Congress party is doing, and I think you should keep quiet. Please tell who. I think you should keep quiet. Let me, it's my chance to answer, Marya. So issue is the entire thing should be looked at as a comprehensive exercise by Congress party, where we are reaffirming our ideology. We are hitting the streets, agitating with people, going to people, and putting our house in order organizationally. This is what India requires today, and this is what Congress party is doing, and it has given up a ray of hope
to what happens?
People of India
Gurdeep, what happens to this entire high command culture? The fact is that Shashi Tharoor went to 10 Janpath. Ashok Gehlot went to 10 Janpath. So that high command culture is there. Will that high command culture all of a sudden end in the Congress party?
He is our president. What is wrong in that? Today she is the president. Anybody who wants to contest, they are not revolting against her. It's a democratic process which has been initiated within Congress party. It's not like BJP. Narendra Modi came and first thing he did was kicked out Advani ji. This is not like BJP. We are a democratic party. We understand democratic ethos. Democratic ethos is very simple. It's a simple thing. Democratic ethos is if you want to contest, you have a right to contest, and please understand. I think you should shut her up. This is not the way to debate. I am debating in a very, very mature manner. Ask her not to be immature.
Okay, Sanju, you have to let him speak.
Not to shout.
20 seconds quickly.